I'm Carol Anderson, and this is Scales Aren't Just a Fish Thing. This is the third in a series of newsletters for superhero musicians. We're talking about selfie facts, seeing yourself through a new lens. Let's continue to build a profile of your personal and your unique wiring. Here is a look at another part of the puzzle. Your foot. Throw a penny on the floor. Now stomp on it. Now drop a ball and kick it. Was it the same foot? Okay, so let's consider that your dominant foot. It's strange, but a right foot dominant person likes to go in circles to the left, and a left foot dominant person would choose to go to the right. I play violin, so I've learned that if I put the weight of my body on my left foot, the difference in the tone is amazing. I actually put my foot a bit forward, and then I have a straight line going from the top of my head to the bottom of my left foot. Apparently, most people are right-footed, and they tend to want to walk to the left and lean on the left, so that's good. There are a few of us who are left foot dominant and therefore would prefer to lean on the right. Now, if you have a student who is left foot dominant, we have to try to make them very comfortable with the instructions you're giving them. I'd suggest putting two small feet cut out on the floor so that they can actually be reminded to put their foot there and to lean on it. Now, our environment is designed for the right-legged, right-handed person, which makes those of the opposite side a little uncomfortable in some experiences. Now, who would think that a grocery store is set up for the right foot dominant person? They have done studies so that they know that this person walks into the store and wants to go to the left because they're right foot dominant. If you walk into a chain, you'll probably notice that it is set up in such a way that you can easily just stroll through the store going to the left. Now, if it were switched, the right foot dominant person would actually have heart flutters and get uncomfortable, maybe even a little mixed up. Crazy, I know. So let's put this in our profile. If you stomped on the floor with your left foot, put it under the right hemisphere. And if you stomped with your right foot, put it under the left hemisphere. Now let's discuss another part of the puzzle, your dominant hand. Which one do you write with? Now, because the culture is the way it is, we have been forced many times to use a different hand than what we would have chosen as young children. But this is still a little bit of a clue. Drop something on the floor and reach for it. Which hand did you use? Now look at your thumbs. They tell a tale as well. Now throw a ball. Alternate your hands. Which one was more accurate? Now let's put this into our selfie profile. Your left hand picked up an object, or your right hand picked up an object. Now for the ear. Pretend you pick up a phone. Now you have to take a note. Do you switch ears? Or do you hold the phone with your shoulder? Now, cup your ears if you're trying to hear something. Which ear did you cup? Now, if someone is whispering to you, how do you turn your head to hear them? You know, they say that pitch perception is largely heard in the left ear. But did you know that if two different tones were heard in each ear at the same time, the dominant ear would be heard. The two halves of our brain have agreed to allow one side to be in control. That explains a lot. What happens when you're trying to teach someone something and there's a lot of noise on the one side and you're on the other side trying to talk to them? They will hear through their dominant ear. Also, if you're trying to teach them and their body is just resisting, try to analyze this child and see actually how they are wired. This is why private music teachers are so valuable. They're a safe place to learn and to slowly conquer a challenge. No matter what your modality is, no matter how you learn, having one teacher being able to speak directly to you really makes a difference in a person's life. See if you don't find enormous success when you begin to teach to the student's unique wiring and not to a group as a whole, if nothing else. Knowing this should give us a little tolerance with those who process information differently. It's not better, it's not worse. Maybe more efficient or effective during certain seasons of their learning. Maybe easier, but not really better in the long run. Just remember, we cannot control others, but we can influence them. Till next time.